what we're going to do is we're going to break it down. What does this Delhi Services Bill actually mean, and what would be the key changes that one would witness in terms of administration-wise where Delhi comes into question? Now, what's been dropped? Section 3A removed, preventing the Delhi Assembly from making laws. This is huge. The other annual report. Next NCCSA doesn't need to present annual report. The changes in appointment process dilutes provision of appointment of members of statutory bodies. What's new? Powers of appointment. LG now to make appointments in boards formed by Delhi government. That practically takes away every political administrative power where the Delhi government comes into question. And Rahul, I want to bring you in on this because somewhere down the line, if one has to, in very layman simple terms, explain on what this really bill means, is that we, by the virtue of this bill becoming a law, will make sure that the administration or bureaucracy presides over elected members where, the chief minister or his band of ministers are concerned.
See, Preeti, delivering its order, the Supreme Court had said something very interesting. The order talked about three filters to a system of accountability. The bureaucrats or the civil servants being accountable to the elected government to the legislature, and the legislature being accountable to the public. Now, this three-filter system has been altered, primarily because if you look at it, the bureaucracy will now be accountable not to the elected government of Delhi, but to the LG and center. Now, the LG is an appointee, not an elected authority. So what it does now, it leads to a formation. This bill will lead to a formation of a National Civil Services Service Authority, which will be recommending to the Lieutenant Governor. What it will be recommending? If there is any rule which is under the central rules, then the president becomes the appointing authority. If it is any law under the Delhi government, then the LG has a place. So in both the places, the center had a role. Now, if the national, that authority which is going to be created has a chief minister, a chief secretary, and the home secretary and the chief secretary are appointees of the center. They can, in a majority decision, override a chief minister. Then the LG decision can prevail over the authority in case there are differences. Now, imagine if there is an appellate authority which is taking decisions, the LG has powers even over that. Then the term LG's discretion has been changed to LG's sole discretion. Means LG has become a sole discretionary authorities under this new law. As far as peace and tranquility, state government powers and others is concerned, matters related to center, Supreme Court, High Court or state, LG is now the final say. The department secretaries can actually go directly to the LG, chief minister or chief secretary, bypassing their ministers. So the ministers have been undermined. If the Delhi government has no control over civil secretariat, then how do you imagine a government can be functioning?